This is ridiculous, bro. What's the point of life right now, bro? CJ is outside doing shit. Watch hours don't matter. Be nice. Put a chat in the put a chat down, bro. Shout out this is my Halloween costume a couple years ago. It's a child support modification, which is one of the scariest things for a man. Ridiculous. Like I'm fighting CJ and the wild turkey at the same time. And we out here like the bad news bears, bro. Yeah, we do both of run this, bro. Shout out to CJ, man. Watch hours don't matter.
I was an escort in the UK. I was an escort. I was a stripper. I had pay pigs. I was a sugar baby. Whatever involved making money from men, I was that. And they said you can't turn a hoe into a housewife. You know what? Get on team because, guys, ooh, this is going to be juicy. So I see a lot of people talk about this escort stripper thing on social media quite a lot, but no one's really come out and said, yeah, I've done it, whatever. And you know what, me, I don't really care about what people think and what people have to say about me. I'll be the first. Let me tell you about it because
it's crazy, isn't it? Big shout out to her actually coming out and speaking, because this is what's happening, and even the segments that man's actually been doing and all this madness is happening is caliber of women, like literally the caliber of women. Like, you get me? This one's a certified escort. This. Then we have influence by the Chanel bags, the Birkins, and whatnot. And then the younger generation sees that and it's like, I actually want to be that. So big shout out to the hard working women that work hard, that pay their mortgage, that fend for themselves and whatnot. And listen, all of this, whatever floats your boat, but it's very important that we show the younger generation where it's like, these are the things, when you look at things online, these are the things what people are doing to get money. But anyway, head over to Bouncer YouTube and go watch the full YouTube clip, link in bio.
All right, I'm gonna pause this, and I'm gonna put this feminist comment with 324 likes in the middle of the screen, bro.
Yeah, that makes sense.
There would be no service providers if there aren't service users. What we're talking about, she's justifying, like, this is like literal prostitution. This is not pseudo prostitution. This is like escort is a prostitute. It's a pseudonym for prostitution, right? I go on dates and or have sex with men for
money.
For money, right? And she's saying, oh, if men didn't want that, then she wouldn't be able to be a hoe. So men are the problem,
supposedly.
Right. So since there are men who have money and want something from a woman, that they're the problem. The problem, I guess, the the overarching problem here is that this woman has got engaged. She's about to get married.
Mm-hmm.
She's not just a run of the mill hoe. She did the whole shit, and it doesn't matter because at the end of the day, I'm gonna get married.
Which makes sense.
Right.
To be completely honest, yeah.
And she's selling that to other women. That the decisions you make have no consequences. And
I mean, would you agree with her or would you disagree with her? Based on their experience.
They have consequences.
Based on women's experience, do they have consequences?
They have consequences because it's no way that women have been mad about men's reaction to Megan Thee Stallion because they said that this woman has been damaged through this process. It's no way you could tell me that, oh, Megan in a committed relationship is damaged when her nigga cheat, but these women is getting holed out and there's no damage to like her participating in that process.
I think okay, obviously there's going to be like they have their own cope, which is like, okay, they're not going to tell you how it's actually affecting them for real unless you really meet someone that does it and like you see when they're not on or like putting on the performance, right? But I mean, if her body is still nice and you know she's still young-ish, then I completely agree. Like dudes will turn anything into a housewife. And so women actually don't really have too much consequences because they're always seen as valuable, even by the men in the like even if everybody around them knows that they're doing that thing, they're still going to be more valuable than the man that they're with.
Yeah, I can agree.
At least to the people around them. And so that's really all they need because I mean, you know, you live amongst your tribe and the people that fuck with you. And so the people that fuck with you are always going to pick your side over, you know, the person that you're with, then, you know, there isn't going to be a consequence for anything that you're doing. So I think she's absolutely right.
Let's go to the comments, bro. It's everyone blaming women, and the girls commenting, "Go girl, and talk to your man." As the men in the relationships and married are customers. This shit crazy. So I guess the way I look at this is that they'll argue with me and CJ who are willing to talk about whole culture.
Mm-hmm.
And the average woman won't say anything negative about this. About literal, like let's call
That's
it
true.
whore, right? I want to say like hoe is short for hoe.
For whore.
Because it's short of being a whore.
A whore, yes. Yes. But yeah, she's literally a whore. But also I think there's no issues with that in society anymore. Like actors are pretty much whores now. Like if you watch any HBO show, they have every high-list celebrity naked as fuck. And it's pretty much like softcore porn. So they're all doing it now, and that's just what society is. And so I think that's why women look at it that way, is like they actually like obviously we can't even really explain the difference between a whore and a hoe, but we use the word hoe so much as if it really means something.
All right, I think that's a great point of contention. So when we say hoe, right, that means that she's willing to give out sex at a high rate, right, which also coincides with a prostitute, right, for lack of a better word. A prostitute, right, okay, gives out sex at a high rate.
Yeah.
Right, but the prostitute is a 1-to-1 transaction. Sex, money, sex, money, sex, money, sex, money. But a hoe doesn't necessarily get money for every time she has sex. But she's also presenting the same exact behavior as far as the sexual interaction. So Why they become synonymous because okay, a man is recognizing her basically her interaction to men as like, oh, I'm willing to have sex with multiple men for whatever reason, and that's something. Oh, I've seen a hoe do it, a prostitute do it. So now you're like them, but it's not apples to apples.
Yeah.
Hey, bro, we want to take this moment out to show Be Nice is now rich.
Yep, I'm a rich man now.
He has a balcony with a closet.
In the balcony with a light in that bitch too. Don't forget that. It's got a light in it.
Got a light in it. He got his Turtle Bay headphones, wireless. Yep. And he living a good life.
Shout out to California.
Shout out to California. I don't know why you saying shout out to California.
I don't know either.
Yeah. You got on shoes, bro?
Nope.
I didn't think you did, bro.
We're flashing people today with the feet.
He's showing toes. Are out. He's showing his toes on the internet. And that's doing a lot.
Nah, so I mean, okay. That's the thing that we like as men we have to choose. Like, do we value this thing that we keep talking about as if like chastity and modesty and all this other stuff? Do we actually value that? And do we pick for it like at a high rate? And I would disagree. If I wouldn't say we do. Because I feel like niggas value more having the bad bitch that they're with right now, that niggas look at him and are like, damn, that bitch bad, than like who she is as a person. And like her past. I don't think they actually give a fuck about her past.
I think that dudes can't. What's the word, bro? Like, they don't have the leverage to care about her past. They have to accept the woman in their face. That's what's happening with most men. And I don't think women understand that part of it.
Mm. Yeah, that they're like, we're making concession very early in the relationship on a lot of things. And then when they have to make, small or a couple, it's a big deal. Yeah, no, 100%.
And I don't think that women understand that. Like, oh, if some man is on to accept it, he's only accepting it is because he has to.
Yes.
All right. Yep. If he had a choice, he would say no. So, right, it's like I call it a double positive. So she thinks there's no problem with it, and then she also will be able to find a man who accepts it. That doesn't mean that it's a good thing. It just means
that doesn't mean.
Yeah. Exactly.
You went to where the water was warm enough for that action to not be noticed or be looked at weird.
Yeah, because I want to say pussy is probably the best example of the free market than anything. Because in Mormon cultures, right, they get married at a high rate because pussy is behind marriage.
Yep.
If in Mormon culture pussy was in front of marriage rate would go down. And I guess and the most instinctual and valuable thing in American culture outside of money is sexual satisfaction.
True.
I don't think people like get as happy for food that they do for sex. So when people are doing all kind of crazy stuff for sex, it makes sense because everybody's body operates like that. Everybody's body is trying to reproduce.
Yes, everybody likes that feeling. Everyone, 100%. But that's also why I be having a lot of contention with a lot of people. Is like,
man, I think when we act like we're Superman, like if one guy acts like they're Superman, they're pretty much ruining the future of all of their relationships. Like if I'm so great, if I act like I'm so great and all this shit, then the next nigga that like whether or not we want her to be with another guy or not, the next nigga that like our experience, her experience of us is gonna have an effect on what she does next and how she acts. And if we're too much on our high horse and not humble enough to be like, okay, like I'm a regular person too. I have my own boundaries, which obviously most dudes just they don't have no fucking boundaries. So that just gives up too much leverage and also doesn't give the next guy a chance to try to make like a actual established starting point.
Oh, yeah.
Or good structure. Because hey, nobody compares to me. I'm better than all of those dudes, for real. Like, if we were just a little more humble and we're just like, I'm exactly like every other guy that you're gonna deal with, they will be more scared to leave.
So, yeah. They think you underperforming.
Yes, exactly.
That's the current day movie. And I don't think that we give enough like credence to it or like force the conversation about that. Because like women really think that like niggas have access like they have access. They have no concept that it's just undesirable men walking around the earth.
Yeah.
Like at any level in the like I guess the sexual attraction hierarchy, there are men who literally are starving. Because like look, they might not even have the presence of mind to learn skills, right? To get better access to women. They're just out here and like lost, and and would do anything to get a woman. They might sound like them dudes who we started the show with. Man, bro, women are great. They don't want any like they would not say anything bad about a woman, no matter what. If
you couldn't pay them niggas to say nothing bad about a woman in front of women, at least.
Yeah, and I'm saying if you couldn't pay them to say nothing, I think that those dudes that we started to show off with believe that so much they don't even have the negative thought.
It just completely is like they don't even. It's like a jet ski. Like there is a wave, but they just bump right over it.
Yeah, they like this is no she's what uncooperative. It's only because niggas be cheating. If niggas wasn't cheating, women wouldn't be tripping. If niggas wasn't this, women wouldn't do that. If niggas wasn't right, it's never an inherent problem with women. Never. Right? There's never something that women have control of. So the conversation I was having I think a couple weeks ago is that are women helpless in the dating market? So like, men need to be better. Stop saying women need to have discernment. So we're saying that okay, no matter what men do, women are helpless in being able to choose men. Like 100% of men are bad, and until men get better, women can't help themselves by being cheated on, hurt, done wrong, because there are no men in the market who would do it absolutely what women ask them to do. And the problem I'll be having is that we got the dudes, like the dude in the clip that was in Miami that said, she could wear whatever she want to wear. We got that dude. He exists.
Yep.
We got them 4 dudes on that podcast. They exist. They could go get those dudes and literally say, hey, this is what I want. Give it to me. And dudes will be like, thank you, mistress. I would love to. All right? They would do exactly what the women are choosing not to be with those dudes. Because I'm saying that those dudes outnumber the dudes they want. Because what happens is that they say, it's not fair right? They'll say it's not fair that I have to like, go against what I'm attracted to get a good man. Right? You got to tell me what your priority is. Then you can't tell me on the back end that your priority is honesty, communication, a man that listens, a man that do this and do that. Because you never choose that man.
Yeah, never.
You never choose that man. So you're not really attracted to that. If that's not ever what you show yourself to be, I want somebody who will do what I want. You pick the dude that you like, and then you try to get him to do what you want. And it don't work like that.
Yep.
I'm gonna get me a vape so I could be one of the cool kids, you know.
Oh no, don't do it. Don't do
it. Give me a strawberry banana vape.
I mean, maybe if you start when you start doing more like mechanic shit live, then you can pull out that. Dude, I look like someone's granddad right now.
What you mean, bro?
I don't know. The beard is looking a little crazy right now.
You ain't nobody granddaddy, bro. You tripping. All right,
yeah,
next video.
Next clip.
What? I can't hear nothing, bro. I hear the background.
Yeah, I don't hear nothing. I hear the music. I don't hear her. Who made this shitty ass video?
Nah, it had words, bro.
Ain't no way. Worst edited video ever.
Ain't no way that they edited.
Whoever made that, bro, redo
Come
it.
On, bro.
Re-upload, bro.
I didn't
re-upload that bitch. That was terrible. That person's account needs to be shut down.
I'm skipping that one. That's crazy.
Listening to some stock.
They edited. Ain't no way to edit the words out.
They didn't want to get copyrighted, bro.
All right, here we go. It's the last one.
Because you've been open about the
girls do me dirty. Dirty.
Me?
No, the girls.
The girl. Really?
Yeah.
I would. This is not ever something I've ever explored, but I would always imagine that girls would be easier to manage.
Worse.
Really?
My experience has been they're a little bit worse. Yeah.
How so? Maybe just bad picking.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe it's that. But also, like, girls, they don't really approach me seriously. They approach me like sensually. And I'm like, well, I would want it to be something more serious.
Mm-hmm.
And I haven't really gotten that approach from many women. They're just like, oh, she's beautiful, she's attractive, or like talking about my body and stuff. So
yeah, it's like a sexual
thing. Yeah. So maybe they don't take me seriously. But when I think of my next relationship, I've been in a space where I want, because I'm feeling so feminine, like I want the opposite energy, and I'm feeling like a masculine, or maybe it's a masculine woman.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I've never really tried that. The women that I've dated are like, have been like
sexy too.
Yeah, a little bit femme, a little bit more like in the middle, or more femme than masculine. But I also think about like children and just like be thrown against the wall. So I'm so weak, I'm feminine, and like just this masculine figure. So in my head, I think it might be a guy.
Yeah, that's where you're at right now.
Right now,
I would think because you have where you look, because you've been.
It makes perfect sense.
Brethren.
You see there, it make perfect sense.
It makes sense, man.
What she said right there. Yeah, you're.
Is that the girl is
the girl that
worse.
The girl them do in a relation. You fear.
You do worse than they mean.
Exponentially worse.
They say they only want her body.
Only want her body.
They don't think about her mind, man.
It's done said that about man for how long now?
Years.
30 years,
brethren.
30 years.
And the women, they don't want no seriousness. They only want to sexualize her.
See, here's the thing though, that I'm glad more women are saying shit like that because it exposes their goal in all relationships. And if we don't think about like resources or being taken care of as the opposite version of what they think, like what women get off to when they see a beautiful woman is the same thing. The opposite instead is a man that has a lot of resources.
That's a fact, bro. That's a fact.
But they don't admit that. Like, obviously they're both dehumanizing, but they don't admit that they dehumanize us for something that is gained and lost every day.
Yeah. Because the funny part is that they don't have that expectation of women, no matter what they're telling us. Right? They don't see women the same as they see me. So like, oh, I see a man, I see him as the person on the apex of humanity. Right? Oh, a man is the reason why there's a roof over the head, there are wires over the neighborhood, that there's sewer caps, that there's a whole bunch of infrastructure. Right? I'm attaching that to a man, but when I see a woman, I'm just seeing a woman for what she is. And I don't have any other expectation of that woman like I do from a man. Right? And
Yep.
I'm saying that the patriarchy that they say they hate, they are the ones who are the subscribers, right? That support the business.
Perpetuators. Yes, the perpetuators. Yep.
Yeah, like, so if nobody paid the $10 or the $5 for Netflix, it would have never went to $10. All right,
Yeah.
but if everybody was like, "Oh, running to pay $5," they said we probably could get it to 10. But since like, oh, men have to do this, and men do this consistently, okay, this is my expectation of men now. They do not have that expectation of women when they're dating women. It's like, oh, it's a woman. I'm a woman, so I don't think that I have responsibility to the outside world. Right, I'm just a woman. So when I see another woman, I'm consistent with that I don't have those same expectations. So okay, oh, that woman is just sexualizing me, and when I think about it, that's worse. Because I'm not getting the provision, and she's still sexualizing me like a man would. That's a worse situation.
Yep. They get nothing. They get nothing out of it.
Yeah, there is no what's the benefit? She's just like you. She might be looking at you like, what can you do for me?
Yeah, what can you do for me? While you're looking at her, what can you do for me? It's like the two Spider-Mans looking at each other.
And it's like, this is worse.
Yeah.
Which is literally what she said.
Yep. Damn. That's crazy.
That's all I got. Let me do this real quick. Give me 1 second. Let me drop this link.
Oh yeah, I look rich now, bro. I look rich.
You rich?
This angle, I look rich, bro.
You got the balcony. You got a balcony behind you.
Balcony view. Yeah, you know. I have no money, by the way. I don't want no bitches.
This nigga rich, bro. He the richest nigga I know, everybody. I'm gonna put this in the chat. This is where we gonna be till next week. Come to the Discord, bro. My new tagline for the Discord is "Come talk to your people." So see y'all there. End of the show. Thank you, B Nights, for showing up for these shiftless Negroes who left me hanging.
Of course.
On Mother's Day.
Yep.
TJ got a job. Like who told this nigga to get
he
a
also
job?
he also turned off the stream. So
yeah, bro, which is
that
crazy.
too. So yeah, I'm sorry to see that, but yeah, it was nice coming on, and yeah, great topics. Yeah, keep up the great work. See you guys in the Discord.
All right, peace, everybody.
All right, peace.